What is the sold value of a £317 bag of retro games on eBay? I just got back from an awesome retro game hunt at the Leeds Retro Game Fair, and today I'm going to show you everything that I picked up, but with a twist. That's right, a twist. Because gone hath the days of boring presentation styles stood in front of a camera showing you guys how much money I spent. So what is the sold value of a £300 bag of retro games on eBay? Today we're going to answer that question, and we're also going to conclude whether or not it's better to buy from eBay or retro game markets. But how is this going to work? I'll take an average of sold listings from eBay at the time of recording this video.
Let's go!
Primal Rage on the Super Nintendo is definitely an underrated title, and I've been keeping my eye on this for quite some time, but I haven't quite found the one. And I kind of figured I'd go in at this with a £20 purchase, unfortunately missing manual, and you can see the equivalent, so boxed. So basically I'm not including any unboxed here. The average of a boxed copy sold on eBay at the time of recording is £25.07. So not too bad. Next up we have an Amiga CD32 title, Heimdall. This I paid £30, although it was advertised at £32, and it's a game that I'm willing to take a punt on, and somebody said in the retro game hunt that it's very good. Sold here at an average, guys, of £27.49. Shadowgate 64 Trials of the Four Towers was priced up at £110, and he let me have it for £90, and the only sold listing was bang on at £90. So we're pretty we are breaking bang on even there, guys. Buggy Heat on the Sega Dreamcast is a title that you definitely don't see out in the wild, and the vendor let me have this for £10. Now gliding over to eBay, it looks like it does go for a fair bit more, with an average price of 19 smackers. Massive shock with this Super Nintendo title, Winter Gold, one of the games that adopts or makes use of rather the Super FX chip. Now I couldn't find any boxed PAL, UK PAL, so that actually baffled me. There's lots of unboxed as you can see, but check out the Spanish PAL. I used the average of the Spanish PAL boxed, ranking in at £31.93. Harvest Moon is a series that is growing on me, mainly because of Stardew Valley, and I know that this influenced Stardew Valley, not the other way around, but anyway, it looks like I've lost 99 pence on this one, guys, because I paid £12 boxed complete, and the same variant box complete is currently going for an average of £12.99. So it's definitely not a massive loss, because I really wanted the game, and it's something that I find so relaxing to play. Road Rash is a series that I definitely grew up on way back on the likes of the Sega Mega Drive, etc. And I paid £10 for this PlayStation 1 variant, a game that I haven't actually played, so I'm actually eager to dive into this one and expand my knowledge of the series and my adoration for the series. So we're looking here at an average of £11.19. Now you actually saw that this was priced up at £14, but I believe I got this from Alan's Japanese Retro Games. Obviously he does sell PAL games as well, and he kindly let me have it for £10, so I'm pretty happy with that. This was definitely my cheapest purchase of the day. Paid £4 for this, and again it shows that you don't need to spend a fortune at these markets, and the only boxed one went for £4.99 recently, so again not too bad, but cutting it fine. This is the jewel in the crown. This is so incredibly rare and so complete. I'll put additional pics on Instagram, but I want to say I actually didn't pick this one up from the market. After the market, we popped in to convert to cash, and I'm going to be doing an exclusive episode on what I discovered in that shop. But because it was in the same trip, I decided to include it in this little pickups video. The same goes for Nightmare Creatures here. This was a convert to cash purchase, and you can see that they've obviously used eBay as a markup because the average is £36.48 here, and they had it up for £34.99. I recently completed Nightmare Creatures on the PS1 on stream over on Twitch, but guys, I had to use a cheat because I forgot how difficult it was. So where does that actually leave us in terms of the total sold eBay value? It came to £379.13, and I paid in total £316.99, leaving a difference of £62.14, which, to be honest, isn't really a massive difference. What does it tell me? It tells me that perhaps a lot of vendors are utilising eBay as their baseline, and I did barter, and had I not have bartered, I would have been a lot closer to the £379.13. So pro tip, make sure you barter, do a little bit of bartering with the vendors. They're always friendly to me, and thankfully they did come down in price a little bit.
So the question now is, did I get good deals? Retro gaming markets versus eBay. I paid £300 for all of the games that you saw in this video versus the eBay sold listings at just over £379. We all know that eBay tends to be a little bit pricier because I guess it's the cost of doing business and the eBay fees, PayPal fees, whatever it is. But I am actually pleasantly surprised. I thought that the retro gaming market might be slightly more than what eBay was, and I was surprised to see that almost £80 difference. What did you guys think to that little pickups video, but with a really cool difference? Now I want to talk about a couple of surprises, because for me, Winter Gold is a surprise, because as much as I'm a Super Nintendo fan, I forgot that this actually utilised the console's Super FX chip, which added that extra 3D dynamism that we saw in the likes of Starwing or Star Fox, as it is out in North American regions. If you can hear a bell, it's my little cat on the floor. So it says here it's priced at 17, but I actually got it for 16, so not too bad overall. And I was absolutely blown away that on eBay at the time of recording this, there were no boxed copies, PAL English, that had been sold. It was all unboxed. It was only the Spanish variant, which goes for a hell of a lot more than £16. So this, price-wise, and obscurity was it. I just thought this would be so common, and it's actually not. So check it out, Winter Gold. If you're looking to use a couple of games with, like, you know, the Super FX stuff, if you want to do, like, maybe you want to collect all the SNES games that have the Super FX chip, don't forget Winter Gold. But if you can't get it, you might be paying a bit more for a Spanish boxed copy rather than an English boxed copy. Now, like I said in the voiceover, these were not from the market. They were bought on the same day, but we went to a shop to get these, so I'm including them in my purchase bundle from the gaming market. And I'm going to have a little plug for an episode that I've got coming up here. I had a big shock in this shop. I'm not going to tell you if it was a good shock, and I'm not going to tell you if it was a bad shock. You're going to have to wait. It blew my mind. And the good thing is in the footage, you'll hear the normal native conversation between me and the shop owner as to what actually happened. But I did spend a fair bit in there. So this was 19, this was $34.99. So all is not lost, but be warned, shameless plug for a future episode. But nonetheless, that's a really cool pickup, you know, proper rare, nice and complete as well. Now I'd like to give a special mention to an indie developer, Low Tech Games. Shout out to Ali, who tends to have his booth showing his games Flea and Tapeworm, this being a new one, Disco Puzzle. I'm yet to play it. He's got a lovely stall with all his merchandise, the games, really cool quirky stuff, like very tongue-in-cheek, like t-shirts. It's a worm coming out of a tapeworm, you know, things like that. You can play the games. Really nice chap. I strongly suggest you go and give Ali and Low Tech Games a follow. I'll link them in the description, but go and check out their games. Absolutely brilliant, and I really hope, Ali, to see you at the Doncaster Gaming Market. My second shout out are for Wave Game Studios. Huge respect to Dan, who is devoted to the cause in helping indies publish games. And a new game that they've got coming out is Rush Rally Reloaded. Now, before we take a quick look at this, they were the publishers for Intrepid Izzy, which you've probably seen in Retro Gamer magazine and in some of the shops here in the UK. You can also clock Intrepid Izzy on some of the gaming stalls at the gaming markets as well. So go and check that out. But this looks to me like I'm excited for this. This looks like a top-down, like a Micro Machines-esque kind of game. Rush Rally Reloaded. Let me read it out to you. Check this. Rush Rally Reloaded gives you a retro-style arcade racing at its very best. No sponsored cars, no realistic environments, just plain old fun. Featuring 3 single-player modes, 11 unique tracks, 5 race cars, and a soundtrack of certified bangers by acclaimed composer Ben Kurotoshiro, if I've pronounced that right. So, yes, let's get on it like a car bonnet. I'm excited to play that. And again, I will link Wave Game Studios. I'll link their Twitter in the description. Go and check out what they're doing. Let's give some support, not just to the retro game shops, but to the indie developers as well that contribute so much to this community. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe if you've enjoyed it. Please leave a like rating as it really helps the video, and hopefully see you in the next one. Have a good one. See you soon. Bye.